Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Unsung Gamer. Alright guys, it is week 6 and Miami is next up for us, one of those really strong teams. I don't know if you'd call them fully loaded, but any team that's got Dan Marino at quarterback is going to make me a little bit nervous, and their receivers are really good. Offensively, they're a good team. Defensively, they're pretty good, and so this should be a pretty tough battle. We're starting to get out of that window where you get a little bit easier. You know, the computer goes a little easier on you, and so here we are in week 6. Obviously, week 5, if you did not know, was a bye week for us, and so that is why we're on to week 6, and we're going to kick off. Now, Marino is the number 2 quarterback in the NFL this year. We are the number 3 with Bernie Kosar, and so we have got to outduel Dan the Man Marino. If you want to beat the man, be the man, I should say, you got to beat the man. Isn't that the old Ric Flair saying? And so we are going to do our best to do that today. Yes, that's a good way to start. Call the play. Awesome way to start. I'm going to go back with a shotgun again. Oh, please, please let me have called this one. Nope. This is the hook routes, and he is wide open. I just was not back far enough.
First down.
I just wasn't back far enough.
Blue 43.
Oh, Byers fumbled. Give me the ball, give me the ball. And they do. All right. That's perfect. That's a great way to start the game. All right, Vardell, you're going to get one of your 3, 4, 5 touches in the game here. And that was really hard fought 1-yard loss. All right, let's go to the 4 receiver set here. Hit that crosser if we can. All right. I took a gamble there. I know I did. But you feel kind of like when you've been handed an opportunity, you need to take some kind of advantage of it. And all right, Carrier, good catch, first down. All right, now let's see what we can do here. I'm going to go with the motion play. We're going to kind of just see if we can build a little momentum here. Carrier is open, and he did make the catch, although Kosar did throw it a little bit off, and so that does worry me a little bit when that happens. I'm going to hand off to Vardell here. I don't really expect to gain much of anything, but it's really just more about going, hey guys, we do still run every once in a while. All right, we're going to go flare here. Probably not the best play to have called. Well, actually, it's perfect because Carrier is wide open. Touchdown. I got to thinking about it because that flare route is all deep routes. The tight end and the second receiver do kind of make a cross over the middle, but it's really, really short, and I don't like it. And so I would have probably called the crosser route if I'd been thinking a little harder about it, but that's okay. It worked out. Worked out in the end. All right, we're going to go a shotgun play here. I mean, it's Dan the man. He's going to throw. Got him. Mike Johnson sneaking in there. All right, let's go with the other shotgun play. This is the one they caught me on a minute ago. And of course, not this time. So this time I really do need to be running downfield. And of course he caught it.
First down.
I mean, Dan's just whipping the ball around the yard. I'll be honest, I don't even know why they run the ball. If I had Dan Marino, and, you know, I think I've said it before, but whenever I get to the point where all I've got are these loaded teams to pick from, you know, I'm going to start coming up with challenges to do to see you know, if I'm using Dan Marino, could I throw for 5,000 yards in a season in Tecmo Bowl? I mean, you want to talk about, the crazy things I might have to try. I mean, I may be like onside kicking every every kickoff and stuff like that, trying to get the ball back. I hit him, but he's probably gonna get it away. It's Reggie Roby. He just, at the time in the NFL, he was one of the best punters. And Taylor gets taken down. All right, we're gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna run the flare route again. I like the flare route. And Carrier likes it too because he ends up open quite often on that route.
First down.
All right, let's see. Let's go back. I'm gonna run Vardell real quick just to kind of remind them that, oh yeah, we do still have running backs in this team. 1 yard gain. Awesome. Motion. Threw it out of bounds. If he could have got that on the line, that would have been nice. Let's see. We're going to go shotgun here. Well, our tight end is running open, and he is running really slow. I'm a little concerned about that. That's an incomplete. So from where we're at on the field, I'm not feeling a punt. We're going to go for it. That was a bad idea. Incomplete. If I was going to take just a crack shot at something, I probably should have gone after one of my downfield receivers, at least give him a chance for a jump ball. When I turned, though, Vardell it looked like he was fixing to run, and by the time I decided to throw it's when I realized the DB was following him, so it was kind of like, well, a little bit late. I guess at least it wasn't a pick, so. God, that arm strength, just zipping it in there.
First down.
I mean, Everett felt like he was, throwing with a rocket, and I mean, that's nothing compared to what Marino's doing. All right, incomplete finally. Let's see if we can get a stop here. Oh, Marino's rolling, and I am so slow. All right. Well, it worked out because I just happened to be in the right spot. All right, we're going to call a shotgun play again. They called a shotgun. Did I call the right one? I did not. This is going to go deep. Probably. And now he went for the first down, which was the smart play to make, which is exactly what you expect from Dan Marino. When I said we were going to have to outduel the man, I was not kidding. That's what it's going to take. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and the man is putting on a clinic and throwing the ball. Speaking of ball, Jerry Ball gets the sack. All right, second quarter, we're still kind of working it here. We have not had very good luck on one of the drives, but I mean, all in all, it has not been terrible. All right, we're going to call a shotgun play. Don't know what he's going to run. Of course. Oh, man. Faked me out a little bit there. Nice job, Dan. Nice job. Yep, he faked me out. He started running forward, and so I pulled up to come after him, and he was like, well, thank you. No block for us. And Stoyanovich is kicking off to Taylor. All right. Well, that was real nice return there. Thanks, I think. All right, minute 3. We don't have time to run. We're going to have to go air assault here and hope we can get there. All right, going to hit it to Metcalf over here. Just a quick little hit. Get out of bounds. Save some time. I mean, obviously you want to nail a big shot downfield and that kind of stuff's great, but sometimes you just have to take what you're given. In this case, I'm running out of bounds because I was given nothing. Shotgun. All right, my tight end is open, and that was an awful throw. Kozar, what is up, brother? What is going on? Well, 14 seconds left to go. I'm going to chuck it because I will probably get that many. I'll probably get that many seconds off the clock just throwing it. All right, so we can try here. Oh, they're so fast. You can see every time I make a little juke, they just keep catching up. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get there. All we did was put a few yards out there. So thus far, we've got -9 yards rushing, which is terrible. Kozar, though, I guess we're dueling with Marino. Obviously not tearing him apart like we would hope. But when you're playing the Dolphins, I don't expect a miracle here. I just want the win at the end of the day. And hopefully we'll outduel Marino by the end of it to be able to, walk away with the victory and maybe second place in the NFL as far as quarterbacks go. Hate that. I'm going for it. I can't believe I just pushed that ball. I can't believe I threw that ball. I really cannot believe I just chose to throw that ball. All right, carrier's open. First down. I keep leaving it open. I'm going to keep throwing it. All right, let's go here with the motion play. It looks like Carrier's the only one. I think he must be in bad condition because he is not running. Well, he's scooting then, but by then it was a little bit late. All right, so let's see. We're gonna run that crosser pattern. I'm not feeling just the best about. Kozar's going to run it in. Just as you would expect. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Kick it. All right, let's boot that thing. All right. So, called shotgun. Hopefully I picked the right one. I did not. All right. Just a 6-yard gain, though. Back to shotgun. Picked it that time. And Mike Johnson. Thank you, sir. All right, we're going to call another shotgun play. I'm kind of rotating back and forth between the two shotguns. That's kind of my only hope at this point. All right, so we forced a punt. That's great. We needed that. And Taylor going back for the punt. And nowhere to go. I mean, there's just not there's not a whole lot of like really special kick returners in this game, and so most of them, in my experience, end up pretty much the same way. All right, good catch by Kenshin. Considering he has dropped quite a few that kind of have bothered me. I'll say quite a few. It's been just a few, but I've been a little nervous to hand him the ball or try to pitch him the ball in some situations just because he hasn't been as sure-handed as I had hoped. All right. Speaking of my tight end, he's the only one open, and that is such a bad throw. And Kenshin, why did I step out of bounds? Probably out of habit. And and Kenshin makes a great adjustment to catch that ball. Of course, Kozar was under the gun, but with his capability, that shouldn't be a problem. All right, Carrier, big first down there. Carrier picking up a lot of passes right now. It's just how it's working out at the moment. All right, we're going to go shotgun here. This distance, I like that. Do not like the fact that we don't have anybody open, and so I'm going to jump up there and get a handful of yards, and then we're going to go back to the crosser. See what I can get. Yeah, just take the sack. It's as soon as I saw him diving in, I just basically took my hand off the thumbs. Let's see. So we're at 3rd and 10. I really want to score a touchdown because that would help me a lot here. We're going to go shotgun. It's still my best route tree. And they are leaving Carrier open. Touchdown. There you go. Carrier may have him a Jerry Rice type season with the way things are going. Bernie landed another touchdown. I mean, obviously, rushing touchdown doesn't count the same for him as the passing ones, but I'm not going to sit here and sweat the manner by which we get some scores because right now, we want to have a really big passing year with Kozar, but right now, I mean, obviously, winning is high on the priority list. All right. Just had to kind of play back a little bit there. I noticed I was about to get blown up. All right, we're going shotgun call here. Of course, they didn't call a shotgun. See, the blockers there. My mindset is stay back and not give up a big play. All right, that is perfect. All right, so we're going to go with the motion. I have not had any luck getting Jackson open this game. Okay, I'm going short to Kenshin, who has started to kind of pick up a lot of passes. All right, let's run motion again. I'm trying to get Jackson open down the sideline. Kind of don't want him to fall out of the habit of catching the football. And touchdown. As I said that, who comes wide open? All right, about to be 28-7 here. And Bernie with yet another 300-yard passing day. Needed that big time. All right, going back to kick off to Williams. And he takes the touchback. All right, going with the shotgun here. Did I call it? Nope. So this will be the curl. Now that is technically not a pass, but I know they're going to call it one. All right. Again, just calling shotgun. I'm sure they're going to run on this one. Oh, no, they did not. And somehow, a little bit of luck there. And we needed a little bit of luck there because I do believe Fryer was running downfield by himself. All right, shotgun play again.
Ready, set, put.
Okay. Oh, it knocked it down. I can't believe that. All right, 4th and 10. He did not call the shotgun. And they are going to... crud. Oh, and an incomplete. That works. All right, so at this point right here, let's give Vardell a run. All right, forget Vardell. I'm trying. I'm trying to be nice. They're not going to let me be nice.
All
right. Let's snap it. And running wide open is who had to make a great play on the ball, but another touchdown for Carrier. Another catch, another touchdown. Basically, Kozar to Carrier's its own highlight reel right now. Okay. Ooh, booting that one. And this is that time when you know you got your foot on their throat and you just gotta kind of keep the pressure going. Get fire stop there. Okay. Calling a shotgun again. I'm kind of staying with it. Yep, Fryer.
First down.
Okay. Just trying to keep everybody in front of me. Oh, get him. Man, it's a lot of sacks on him. Mike Johnson. And there we have it. Big 21-point fourth quarter. Of course, don't want to get too thrilled about that because I do know how I got there. But Vardell ended up coming up with 4 yards on the day. Got us out of the negative, but of course, Bernie Kozar, that's the guy doing the work for us. 330 yards, 71% completion percentage, a few touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, which is crazy. And Carrier, can I get a thumbs up, a W in the chat, whatever, for Carrier with 10 catches for 247 yards, and I don't remember how many touchdowns. Man, what a game. That is one heck of an individual game. Got to be close to some NFL record, I'm sure. And so there you have it with that. So I'm going to go ahead and skip through the rest of this scheduled set games. And while these are skipping through, I want to go ahead and remind you guys that if you like this kind of content, hit the like, subscribe, and of course, guys, I will see you in the next game.